People around the county are meeting virtually to pray for those impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Joining us with more on We Pray San Diego and how you can take part is Rock Church Senior Pastor Miles McPherson. Miles, how you doing?
How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, hanging out with you this morning. So, you know what? We talk about it frequently. There are so many people that are going through such a hard time right now, especially our healthcare workers. Talk a little bit about how you are connecting to them and how you're helping people through this time.
Yeah, the We Pray San Diego event started last year. We prayed on the street for 2 different events, and this time we're online. The hospitals didn't want us congregating there, so we wanted to do it online, and we wanted to make sure we focused on our medical staff, especially those on the front line. I mean, one of the people I interviewed on my Instagram, she's the director of the ICU in Chula Vista, and so she's dealing with the worst 1% and seeing the worst of it. So we want to lift them up in prayer. There's a lot of stress, a lot of overworked healthcare workers, and so we want to support them.
And what do they say? I mean, when you talk to people in general and you say, hey, I want to pray for you, what is the response that you get?
Well, I don't know if anyone has ever said they didn't want to be prayed for. Some people say they don't know that you want to do it at that moment. Sometimes I want to do it right there. But listen, people who are dealing with in the hospitals, they want prayer. They're tired, they're overworked, and people in general, I think all of us. I mean, I just heard the piece on Let Us Play, those kids that have been out of sports, we need to pray for them. I mean, I had football taken away from me when I was a kid for a little while in my senior year. So we need to pray for our whole country because there's so much division, so much pain, so much confusion and frustration. All the people's businesses and restaurants have closed down, which breaks all of our hearts. So we all need to pray. This focus happens to be for the medical workers and healthcare workers, but the prayers are for everyone.
And how can people, get involved not only today, but in general? How can they stay connected? How can praying for somebody, how can bringing the community together? I mean, that's helping everyone.
Yeah, well, we're going to start this hour prayer in about 12 minutes at 9 a.m. You can go to wepraysandiego.com. We're going to guide the prayer. It's all going to be laid out. We're going to guide you. Here's what you do. We're going to have music. We're going to have prompts. We're going to have people speaking and giving let's focus on this right now. Let's focus on this. And so it'll be a 1-hour prayer. If you can set aside an hour, I promise you at the end of that hour, you're going to feel so much burden lifted. Number one. Number two, prayer is really staying connected with God. It's a conversation back and forth. And that is probably the most powerful discipline we can have because we can tap into more power and resources than we ever have. And that's what we need to be doing. And so we can do that every day. And so I would encourage people to get on wepraysandiego.com and log on right now. As soon as we're done, we start at 9 o'clock, goes for an hour. You can stay on as long as you want. And you'll do it in the privacy of your home. No one's going to be looking at you. We're just going to guide you with our program on the screen.
Yeah, and of course, you guys are continuing to stay connected with the community. It's more than just prayer, I would imagine, that the Rock Church is doing to help those. And like I said, I think it's about community for those who are having a tough time. Maybe going and helping others is going to give you the strength that you need to get through this.
Yeah, there's a saying, it's better to give than receive. One of the reasons when you give, you're probably giving to someone who has a bigger problem than you. And one of the best ways to get rid of a problem is to get a bigger one and look at how other people are suffering. We welcome everybody to our church service, sdrock.com. You can visit our church service on Sunday online or visit one of our campuses, our outdoor services. And there's 1,000 churches in San Diego that are having services every week in one form or another. Please seek out one of those. Even We Pray. We Pray is a group of churches, not The Rock. We're just part of a team of churches that are putting this on as we do every 3 months. So I would encourage people, if there's ever a time you need to seek the Lord, it's now, and then never forget it. I mean, I've been following God since 1984, so He has been faithful all this time through all the ups and downs of my life. So, and again, 10 minutes, we're going to start on wepraysandiego.com. I would encourage you to join us.
All right. Is there any other way that people can go and help frontline workers that you have ideas for people?
Yes. If you can go to sdrock.com/meals, we've fed just under 12,000 meals since it started last year. And so you can either help us deliver or help give food from your restaurant. That would be helpful.
All right.
sdrock.com/meals.
Miles, it's so great to catch up with you. You're looking great. And then I see you talked about football. What's the photo you got behind you there?
Oh. Come on now.
Let's bring that one down.
This is me. I was 10 years old. Stephen Brawley, hot dog. He was the best athlete. I was number 21. He was number 42 because he was twice as good as me.
Miles. Oh my gosh.
That's the man right there. That's the man right there. Had his fade back in the 70s.
Yeah. I'm like, look at your hair in that picture. That's what I keep looking at.
And let me tell you something. It's like that now.
Hey, Pastor, you're looking great. You're looking great. I had to call attention to it. It's good to see you.
That was 50 years ago. That's a 50-year-old picture.
Wow.
West Hempstead High School, right there.
Still looking good, Pastor. Still looking good. All right, Pastor Miles, thanks so much for joining us this morning, giving people the information. We appreciate it.
All right. God bless you.